Hello, welcome to today's training. We're going to learn about, well, as it says here, your new website starts with a domain. So a domain name is in fact the name of your website. So if you're called, I don't know, Jane and Tarzan, we'll call it, I don't know, Jane and Tarzan.com. Okay, that's what you wanted to call. You want to see if it's free. If somebody else has janeandtarzan.com, you click through go, and it'll tell you whether someone else has that domain name or not. Now, there are many places like GoDaddy where you can go and see if your website, has a domain name, etc. But I really like GoDaddy. They have support 24 hours, 7 days a week. You pick the phone, you call them, and there is a real live person on the other end, which for me is really important. I've got them at all times, whether it's the middle of the night for me or middle of the night for them, whatever. There's always someone there to help you if you've got a problem with your hosting, etc., etc. So I personally really enjoy GoDaddy. It's fun to work with. It's very easy, very simple, and there's someone on the other end for support. Also, you will notice that I have here, you see it's still turning to go. I have very slow internet connection, so this is something I have to deal with like roughly 24 hours a day. So you'll appreciate even more your fast connection that you have at home, or not. Anyway, so it's telling us that janeandtarzan.com is free. Now, you wrote it differently, you will note. You wrote it differently. You wrote Jane, space, and space, Tarzan.com. On the web, everything is, all together, like your email address, it's just one word. It shows up in capital letters, okay? But if you buy this domain name and you put it onto your site, it'll be small letters, and then that's just the way it works. Once you've got the hang of this, you will read a lot faster, Jane and Tarzan, than you do at the beginning. Well, this is what I found anyway. I can only speak from personal experience, and I'm pressing no judgment. I'm passing no, nothing. Anyway, so if we want to buy this, we go ahead and do it. So we just click through add. You see, up, add. It's free. Okay, so off we go, and you see, hey, my page is unresponsive. So we're just, as I was saying, I have very slow internet connection, and I always have a pad ready next to me to jot down ideas, to note things that I could. 1, 2, 3. So once you've added it, janeandtarzan.com, we can continue to registration. You see here in the order summary on the right hand side. So we continue to registration. Okay, if at the beginning you're on a budget, it's really not a problem. We generally all are. We've all been there. You can, whatever. And what's he going to tell me now? I'll just continue here. Not going to. This you have to decide for yourself whether you want any of this. Private domain registration, certified website, etc., etc. All this you will, click, read the private policy, see if that is important to you or not. Otherwise, it just means that your domain name will go out to the general public. Now, if you're just starting, okay, you will need web hosting, okay, because you've got a car, for example, with your website name, janeandtarzan.com, and you now need somewhere to park your car. So the web hosting will be somewhere to park your car, and this is invaluable. You have to have some web hosting, okay? So the many web hosting sites, as I said, I love GoDaddy. If you're following my training, you won't need the hosting, the website builder plus hosting. You can do just the web hosting, because I'm going to teach you how to, build your own website. So we click here. I would recommend the deluxe version. It's €5 a month. It's really not, whatever. Or you can have the, 10 gigabyte or 150, whatever it is you can deal with, So I would recommend the web hosting with that, okay? And then the email, you get some email with your web hosting anyway, so you don't really need for now the email. When you get thousands and thousands of visitors, you may need that, but you know, for now, you don't need it. So add and continue. And as I've shown you already, but up here in the top left hand corner in the tab, it's working, and you can see up we got to the another page, but we have to wait to see it. So really appreciate if you have fast internet connection. Really, just you are so lucky. You don't know, because to work from home with a slow internet connection, it teaches you how to be calm anyway. So even though I'm not logged in, it knows it's me, because it just does. So I'll just get rid of this. Okay, so I've got janeandtarzan.com pending registration. Now, I can either do it for 5 years, okay, upgrade to 10, but it does mean that, you know, you've got €150 worth of, well, no, that's just the 5 years. But if you're on a budget, you can just do it 1 year. That's not a problem either, okay? And also, your deluxe hosting, okay, I've got Linux, because with Linux, it changes nothing to your WordPress site at all. You keep the WordPress the same. It functions exactly as a Windows one, but it means that you can add multiple names to your web hosting deluxe, which is why I got a deluxe, okay? So you can do it even for a month, okay? And for that month you have to, you know, pull all the stops out and get some sales so that you can continue, or maybe, you know, you've got lots of bills coming this month and next month is better for you, whatever. That's not for me to decide. You can, anyway, you can alter this, so this is really, really very cheap. I mean, unbelievably, I love GoDaddy. It's really user friendly and everything. So you can do all of this, but you won't need any of this, because I'm going to teach you how to do it. Okay. Oh no, one thing I didn't do, I forgot. You see, going too fast. I do round up for charity, but you don't have to do that. That's your own judgment, shall we say. So here, because you don't really have an account yet, you will fill all this out. It'll ask you your name, your address, your credit card details. It's a very safe site, so do put all this in. And if you want to know whether it's a safe site or not, you go to the bottom, and it has all this, you know, PayPal certified, website protection, secured. I mean, all this, eTrust, all this, you know. GoDaddy can't afford to have any sort of problems on that front, because otherwise it goes out of business. So it's really trustworthy. Here you fill all this out, you see, because I'm already an account, it's already filled it out for me. You give your credit card number, etc., etc. You accept the terms and conditions, and you place your order, and then you wait for the mail. It'll tell you, it takes, I don't know, however long your internet connection will last, and this is all very simple, okay? And then the next step, I can't do the next step for you right now, because I'm not going to replace an order for janeandtarzan.com. It was just an example. So when you've done that, we'll come back, we'll do step 2. Bye for now.